Good morning, Mackie. For lunch today, we're having pepperoni pizza, beef bean burrito, and fiesta taco salad. For weather today, we're having 49 for the high, 32 for the low, and sunny. For news today, yearbooks are now on sale. For moon today, it is a waxing gibbous. For news today, there's a real one. Yearbooks are now on sale. They are $13. Bring your money and reserve your copy today. Teachers, yellow papers were put in your box about yearbooks. If a student brings money, send them to Miss McHenry at room B115. And it's that Good Reading Thursday. For that, you'll see someone read a book. And bye!
This is Skippy John Jones by Judy Schachner. Every morning, Skippy John Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about what it means to be a cat, not a bird, not a mouse or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippy John Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones on a bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippy John Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippy John Jones. What was that? So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My eyes are too big for my head is too big for my body, and I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippy John Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippy John Jones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skipito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippy John come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippy John wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down an old lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a misterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippy John Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skipito, the great sword fighter," said Skippy John Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skipito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skipito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." toward Don Diego, El Scipito half sneezed and half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Ah, 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 Chupichu! Bless you, said Don Diego. Gracias, said Scipito. Then it is true, decreed Don Diego. Yip, yippee, yippito! It's the end of Alfredo Bazito! Scipito is here, we have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumblebito. Then all the chimichangos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebito for Scipito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Bazito, whispered the crowd. El blimpo Bumblebito bandito. Sí, said Poquito Tito. The bandito steals our frijoles. Not your beans, cried Skippy John, outraged. Sí, Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. ¿Por qué? asked Skipito. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles! Huh? asked Skipito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? asked Skipito. Then all the chimichangos turned toward Skipito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skipito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vámonos, Skipito, it is you the bandito will eat-o, they cried. Skipito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then, in a muy soft voice, he said, My name is Skipito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bazito flew straight toward Skipito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! cried Skipito as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop! went the bandito, landing on Skipito's sword, and quicker than anyone could say Chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the Bumblebito bandito. Ah! Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito! Our hero is El Skipito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippy John's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall into the kitty boy's room. Banguito, Crashito, Papito, Skipito! Just in time to see Skippy John's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag Doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippy John Jones, everyone cried. Hola, muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted Skippy John and covered his head with furry purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pug? She scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippy John began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say good night, Skippy John Jones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mis amigos, said Skippy John Jones.
Good job. Third, fourth, and fifth graders, please mark down 8 minutes and 36 seconds for that book.
Please stand for the American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.